essentially a multi-leveled process of discovery, full of dinosaurs and other evolutionary fossils that are trapped in time, like mosquitoes inside amber. Many science fiction fantasy authors visited other planets for educational purposes and created otherworldly societies in order to show readers, via contrast, what was wrong and what was right with humanity. But Edgar Rice Burroughs, his interplanetary romantic epics, are all escapist fun, with a swashbuckling hero, naked or half-naked princesses, swords, sorceries, battles, and bizarre wonders. A type of strange paradise out of the Arabian Nights, infused into a space opera that is filled with, dominant, often naked, non-human women. In the mid-1930s, Burroughs begins a fourth series of novels, The Venus Sequences, the exploits of spaceman Carson Napier on the planet Venus. You have The Pirates of Venus, which is 1934, Lost in Venus, 1935, Carson of Venus, 1936, and Escape on Venus, 1941, I believe. These novels are a type of self-pastiche that are, lots of fun reading, but are not as stirring or as vivid as the Martian Barsoom series of novels. Edgar Rice Burroughs creates a Venus of the imagination, in which Earth's nearest neighbor is a planet of vast oceans and sweltering jungles, perpetually beset by fierce wet weather. The permanent cloud layer hides erotic and exotic wonders, in which the inhabitants range from gentle, ethereal beings to savage and untamed warlike tribes. Now, in the first installment, The Pirates of Venus, an adventurer from California, Carson Napier, blasts into the heavens in a rocket torpedo, a secret interplanetary spacecraft of his own design. And Carson tries to reach Mars, but lands on Venus instead. He takes a left turn at Albuquerque, so to speak, and he gets lost in space and winds up on Venus instead of Mars. Carson pierces the mist-laden cloud blanket and encounters both primitive bestial races and those that are more intellectually and scientifically advanced. This startling, semi-civilized world features vast unmapped oceans that are dotted with great islands. The trees grow so high on Burroughs' Venus that they pierce the clouds, and the cities squat on their branches. The cities are built on the branches of these mega trees. Now, men, half-men, monsters, and angelic-like beings all struggle with each other for dominance and survival on Burroughs' Venus. Carson Napier's fantastic tale of the far distant planet Earth. He tells everyone that he's from Earth. Nobody believes him, and he is considered a spy from another Venusian city. Napier then battles giant insects and other assorted kinky beasts, and of course loses his heart to the lovely but stern Princess Tuere of Apaja, whose beauty can actually kill you. Venus is known as Amtor by the local inhabitants, and the cloud-shrouded planet is a world of paradoxes, weird people, and uncanny kingdoms. In the second novel, Lost on Venus, which is 1935, Carson Napier faces the choice of his life in the Room of the Seven Doors. 6 doors which lead to horrible deaths, and the 7th door, the door of life, which leads to freedom. He's also seeking to rescue the fairest princess on Venus, and Napier also encounters Mypos, the country of amphibian people, Voad, the city of human amoebas, and the land of the Brocals, in which the children grow on trees. Now, in the third entry in this series, Carson of Venus, 1936, I believe. Napier is trapped by his own sense of honor, and he's tricked into delivering his own death warrant. Carson is duty-bound to attempt the rescue of Mintep, the ruler of Vepaja, and the father to his beloved but deadly Princess Dwar. Mintep is being held at the dreaded prison of death in Amlot, and once he learns of the love between his daughter and the Earthman, well, Mintep is duty-bound to do everything in his considerable power to kill his rescuer and end the interplanetary romance. Napier must now cross terrible oceans filled with, dreaded sea monsters and deep forests with terror haunting every branch. He has to do this in order to reach eerie cities that are filled with power-mad chieftains. To stir up publicity for the Venusian series of books, Edgar Rice Burroughs claimed that he wrote the Venus novels via telepathy, a type of automatic writing, the words being beamed directly into Burroughs' mind from the mist-covered Venusian planet. Publicity to Edgar Rice Burroughs was one of the keys to success, and his books always had great cover jackets. These cover jackets would catch your eye and featured amazing illustrations from such talented artists as J. Allen St. John, as well as Burroughs' own son, John Coleman Burroughs, who created remarkable visualizations of his father's own imagination. Edgar Rice Burroughs would also follow the standard sci-fi fantasy framework of the lunar voyage, which has a long literary history of serious interest in the moon. The moon as a world of its own. The deadness of the moon's visible surface creates a sense of tragedy and mystery. Now, in The Moon Maid, 1925, the first manned spaceship to reach the moon